Local time in Phnom Penh is currently 5:35 p.m. Sunday the 7th of April. Currently 98 degrees Fahrenheit. There is not a cloud in the sky. Although towards the coast it is looking a little bit like there might be something out there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and bye for now. Hey, Super Ali, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Not a cloud in the sky in Phnom Penh right now. Good afternoon. Welcome to Street 136 here in Phnom Penh. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a good day. Weather is currently clear in Phnom Penh, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. It's too hot. Hey Matto, how you going, mate? It's still hot as hell here in Phnom Penh. It's 98 degrees, driving me crazy. But if you look out towards the coast here at the moment, and I haven't checked the weather in the last couple of hours, but I think that looks like a storm out there. really does look stormy out on the coast. So we will see. Hopefully it'll bloody rain. Anyway, where are we? Yeah, hopefully it'll rain. Hope you're having a good day over there. I just love for like a nice big electrical storm, just to sit about 50 kilometres from Phnom Penh all night, which they often do. Like, it drove me crazy last wet season because I kept missing them because I was facing the wrong way. So I'll get them all this year. Oh, cool. Awesome, mate. Half your luck. I met up with a bloke last night from Germany, and he, 4 o'clock this morning, we went to Secrets. Hang out there for a while, and went across to Infinity. Wasn't a bad night. The Khmer were in fine form yesterday. Yeah. What do you mean, you're going to get better, or? I keep hoping that I'm going to get better. I met this really cool Khmer artist yesterday. He's actually quite famous. He's been on the BBC. I'm going to check out his studio tomorrow. So. Oh yeah, definitely. No, it's definitely getting better. Like it's improving a lot. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, that's why I'm still here. So I just got to be consistent, just keep doing what I'm doing. I'll be right. And I think with what's happening with Secrets as well, it's that's going to be a good earner for me, because it's like an ongoing payment that I'll get for every employee that comes on. For every month that they're on, I'll get paid. So that'll help a lot. Hey, Meta Firefighter, how you doing? Cost of living is very low. Where I live here on Street 136, it's only $200 per month for a 2-bedroom apartment with two bathrooms. It's not the flashiest place, but if you look in my my playlists, I've actually documented all of this, and you can see the apartments that I've lived in, apartments I've reviewed, hotels I've reviewed, and just general cost of living and stuff like that. It's very low. If you come and live here and you're earning $1,000 US a month, you're living really well. You know, you're probably living as well as you would be if you're earning like, you know, 40, 50,000, you know, back in Australia. You know, maybe 25, 30,000 in America. You know, like it's the cost of living is very, very low, very low. You should come out. The visa process is very easy. You just get the visa on arrival, and that business visa also enables you to go out and, you know, get a job teaching English, or there's a whole heap of other things you can do. So check out my playlists. Yeah, I'll get there, Matto. I'll get there. But it's funny, like I keep having to remind myself that I'm having that sort of problem as well, because, you know, I'm out every night, you know, and even when I just go out with no money, like you still have a great time, you know. So it's all good. Yeah, that's right. It is cheap. It is very cheap. Cheap but not nasty. Okay, so when you fly, depending on what country you're flying from, generally you won't fly directly into Phnom Penh. Yeah, that's right, yeah. And so, like, for instance, if you're flying from Australia, you'll usually fly into Bangkok or Ho Chi Minh, and then you'll get a flight across. depends on what country you come from. I don't think there are any direct flights into Phnom Penh that I'm aware of out of the West. You've got to go through like either Singapore, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Manila. Yeah. But yeah, where I am here, this apartment, for being up so high, I don't think that's why it is so cheap, you know, because people don't want to go up the 5 flights of stairs. It's 129 steps. I mean, I've lost probably half a stone since I've moved in. Yeah. For where I live. Yeah, Vietnam, it can be inexpensive, but it can also be, like, Ho Chi Minh can be expensive if you do the wrong things, go to the wrong places. And I think that over there the Western tax is a lot higher. Yeah, it is good exercise. I really needed to lose the weight, you know. Like, I think I've lost about 2 stone since I got to Cambodia, and at least half of that has got to be just climbing stairs in different buildings. So I'm looking forward to sort of improving my diet though. I want to get my own sort of blender and start making my own smoothies and stuff. Yeah, the water fights yesterday were crazy last night. Like, they just went on all morning. I much prefer here. Not that I don't like Thailand. I do. I've worked over there and spent a lot of time in Thailand. But I've lived in Thailand for a bit. I've spent a lot of time in Vietnam. But I much prefer it here. It's like a village feel, you know, CJ. This isn't the CJ I know from Bangkok, is it? It is. If the Thais are like a hot chili, the Khmer are like a sweet honey. They're a different type of people. Same. For me, air fryer, toaster, microwave. Actually, yeah, I should get a air fryer. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, Thailand's a bit like going to university, whereas Cambodia's more like being back in high school. It's got that sort of prom night feel about it, you know, when you're out of the town and all that sort of stuff. Everyone's excited, and I just love Cambodia. Like, last night was really nice, you know, like all the Khmer families were out, you know, all dancing and all the bands were playing. It was a really nice night. Yeah, that's right, exactly. Like, there's a lot to love about Thailand, but I think they're just tired in respect of too many tourists, and so everything becomes same, you know. The same sort of conversations and stuff as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, look, if you haven't been to Cambodia, come here. It's a great place to come and just really relax. Phnom Penh's like a cross between Amsterdam, Barcelona, Paris and Bangkok, because it was, you know, these streets were all laid out by the French. A lot of the buildings were built by the French, but it's got that European sort of feel, but it's also got that same sort of feel as Bangkok, except more of a village. Yeah, Bangkok's definitely a city. This place has got, you know, 300 traffic lights in the entire city. You know, Bangkok's probably got like 20,000-30,000. And also, there's no real street lights here either, so you get lots of really nice ambience of the looks of the streets and that sort of stuff. I liked Bangkok, but I think I mean, if you live there too long, it's bad for your health, because you just, in a lot of ways, you know. And I like the fact here that they haven't got loads of traffic lights or street lights, and like the stuff that's missing here kind of complements it. Yeah, look, I love it too. I lived on the corner of Soy Cowboy for about 4 months, and that was crazy. It was really funny. I think it's easier to get yourself into trouble in Thailand, especially your health. I'd say probably on par. If they come from the provinces, generally they won't speak good English, or if any. But having said that, if you're in any of the areas here in the city, like 136 and so forth, you won't have any problems, because there are at least 70% that speak some reasonable sort of English. It's nowhere, like, yeah, it's not like Vietnam. You go to Vietnam and you can very easily go all day without, you know, running into someone that speaks English. But in Phnom Penh also, you can also go all day without seeing another foreigner. Like if you get out away from these touristy sort of areas, you know, you can go all day without seeing foreigners for weeks. Yeah, Thailand's good. I love it up north, like up around Pai, and that's beautiful. Reminds me of where I'm from, in the part of Australia I'm from. Yeah, it's true. Definitely. But even like just last night, you know, like they were closing off streets that you just couldn't close off if it was tight, like Bangkok. They just turned them into great big dinner parties and stuff, you know. It's really nice. Really beautiful. But this apartment for, you know, $200 a month, you know, including all utilities, you're probably looking at maybe somewhere between $290 and $305 a month. It's very low cost to house yourself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like up around Pai, and that's really beautiful. Like I'm from a place called Lismore, which is near Byron Bay in Australia. It's a very green, sort of hilly country, and this has a very similar feel to Pai. It depends on where you're flying from. If you're coming from Australia, for instance, I mean, it's only 9 hours. It's no big deal. Florida, that's going to be, you'll probably fly from Miami or somewhere to LA, or yeah, it's probably going to be about 16 hours or something, including layover. Look, if I was you, what I'd do, if you don't like flying, is yeah, Miami, yeah, I'd fly into LA and then get a flight across from LA direct into Bangkok, and that would probably only be about 12 hours or something, maybe a little bit less. And don't fly with too budget an airline. Like, don't go with Vietjet or anything like that. You know, their seats are noticeably smaller. The other thing that I do as well is I always have a big night the night before when I know that I've got a big flight the next day, and don't get enough sleep. And then before I get on the plane, I'll have a Valium and a vodka or something, or a gin. And by the time I've sat in the chair and they've fed me, I'm half asleep, you know. So I try and break it up that way. But I'm like you know, like I feel like a chicken in a tin can when they stick me in those bloody planes. Nah, it's not that bad. And also, once you get here, it's paradise. You know, like if you're coming from the West, if you come for a holiday, for instance, and you're living a Western budget in Cambodia, it's just crazy what you can do. There's nothing here that you can't do. You know, like if you've got $100 a day or something like that, you're living like Hugh Hefner. It's crazy. Yeah, you should come over and I'll show you around, you know. If you haven't followed my channel as well, because I've made loads of videos, and I know heaps of Americans that have moved here, you know. Yeah, don't wait. Now is the time, Troy. You should definitely be coming as soon as you can, because it is changing so quickly. Yeah, when I first came here, like, you know, 17 years ago or whatever, like it's changed a lot since then, but it hasn't really changed underneath the surface, you know. But it's going to get there eventually, so you want to come out as soon as you can. And you're also allowed to live and work here as well. You don't have to apply in advance. A lot of Americans and Australians and that come here and teach English and stuff. Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, if you want encouragement, watch the webcam. Like, sometimes I sleep with it on. Or I used to sleep, you know, like with it on. But now, you know, it really encourages you to come out, because you get addicted to the sounds and stuff like that. Yeah, if you come out for a holiday and you've never been, like, be warned, you're not going to want to go home. It's that sort of place. It's and you know, if you haven't got a partner and you come here, it's a really easy place to come and, you know, meet the girl of your dreams, because they're lovely people, the Khmer, you know, like they really are. Really lovely people. And I don't just mean physically, I mean, you know, on every level, they're just really lovely people. It is the biggest problem, exactly, Matto. Like, I really struggle. I'm falling in love every day, you know. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, leaving is hard. It really is. You know, you don't see any violence. You barely even see a police officer. Most of them just get around on, you know, motorbikes and no uniform and stuff like that. You never hear from them. You know, you never see any police violence. No one's ever getting any, you know, shot or anything like that. The biggest danger about coming here is not wanting to go home. And the second biggest danger is coming out here and falling madly in love with one of them and never wanting to leave them. And then the next one on top of that is wanting to help everyone that lives here. And then the next hardest thing is, after about a year of, you know, being here, you realise that you were the one that needed saving from what, you know, what you were in before. It's not these people. That, you know, these people, even the ones that are doing it tough, are living happy lives, you know. It's a real community. Real community. But if you look at the street now, like, you can see there's no street lights, and that really makes it look like a Christmas tree, like all up and down the street. And most streets in Phnom Penh are like this, without sort of that annoying light pollution. So it's easy on the eyes as well. Yeah, but leaving is really, really hard. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit, there's been many a trip back to Australia from Cambodia where there's been tears at the airport. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, come out, you know. It's the other reason why coming sooner rather than later is a good idea is because right now they've really started to fix up a lot of stuff that happened with COVID, but the tourists haven't come back. So all these bars and restaurants and everything, they're all fully staffed, but there's no one here. You know, they're all dressed up to please, and there's no one here to see it. So you come here as a tourist, and you really do live like a king. And in Cambodia, you don't really get the same sort of scams that you get in, like, a lot of those other places. Like, you know, Manila, Bangkok, Ho Chi Minh and so forth, they're all out to get you. Here, even when they are out to get you, they're so nice to you that you almost want to give them the money. But, you know, even the nice ones are nice. It's funny. It really is. Like, even like my tuk-tuk driver, you know, like if I'm short of money one week or something like that, he says, I'll put it on account, you know. You'd never get that in Bangkok, ever. It's funny, it really is. There's virtually none. Like, in the whole city, and I'm talking like right from way out on the outskirts all the way into the center of the city. You know, this is a city of, I think, nearly 2 million people or something. I think I looked up the official figures one day. I think it said 327 traffic lights or something across the whole city, which is very low. You know, like a city like Brisbane in Australia, it's probably 20,000, you know. Yeah, exactly. 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 Well, you know, like I said, this apartment, I've got $200 a month. If you look at my playlist though, go and check out my hotels and apartments playlist, and go and look at the apartment I had across the road. I've got the viewing inspection of that one, and also the one for this one. The one across the road was $270, this one's $200. So anywhere in the center of the city, you can get something decent, like really decent, like yeah, a cool bachelor pad, you know, like this one, $200 a month. You know, it's so cheap. So you've really only got a yeah, you got a lot more money than me, Matto. That'd be a bloody top place. I'd love that place. $200 a month gets you something decent. You know, if you've got a missus or something like that, she's probably going to want to spend $300 a month, so she gets a nice bathroom and, you know, swimming pool and that sort of stuff. You know, anything above 300, generally you'll be getting into a swimming pool sort of category. Anything above sort of 350, 400, and it's starting to be really nice. You know, like really, really, really nice. It's ridiculously inexpensive. You know, back in Australia, you've got more chance of running over a Tasmanian tiger in your car to the supermarket than getting a bargain. You know, it's just such a rip-off. Out here, you can survive on $2 a day plus rent. You can live on probably $6-7 a day. Okay, if anything above $10 or $15 a day just for general living, like food and essentials and that, you're living really well. You know, like you're drinking your beer and all that sort of stuff. If you're a smoker, a packet of cigarettes, yeah, 50 to 75 cents you'll pay for the local cigarettes here. The more Western sort of cigarettes, you might pay 85 to $1. Everything's cheap. Wow, I pay $1,100 for a studio. Yeah, it's crazy, mate. It's like that in Australia. You know, we just get ripped off in the West. It's not good. But like I said, you know, the biggest danger about coming out here is you're going to come out here and you're going to fall in love with the place. Have you been to Amsterdam? Because it's got that same feel, that same sort of villagey sort of feel, but it's more spread out, obviously. But that's what it reminds me of. My budget, 57 US a day total. Yeah, well, $57 a day total. That's a good budget. I like to say plus rent. So like for me, $15 a day for my food and doing stuff plus rent, I can live relatively well on that. Ideally though, I'd probably like to have around about $25 a day plus rent, and that's the sort of budget I'd like to have. My budget, I spend $50 for food a day. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's the same in Australia. It's like I said, they just rip us off. Scammers they are. But out here, you know, I mean, like for instance, if I went downstairs now and I wanted to get a tuk-tuk, and I could go pretty much anywhere within a 3-4 kilometre radius for probably, you know, $2. You know, anywhere closer it'd be like $1. And if you look poor, they'll do it for 50 cents. They really are. Like, food prices are just a joke. You know, it's just crazy. It really is. And like inflation here is only about, like, it's so low, it's virtually non-existent. Like beer has not gone up virtually since I first started coming here. Pang Bar just down the road here still sells pints of beer for 50 cents. Most of the other bars sell them for, and that's all day. Most of the other bars sell them for 75 cents during happy hour, and it goes up to $1 when it's not happy hour. Or some do $1.50, you know, like more richy sort of places. Yeah, Pang still does 50-cent beers all day. Mind you, if you're listening, Pang, I'm sorry I haven't come to pay my tab. I will come and do that soon. But yeah, 50-cent beers all day. That's one of the other reasons why I haven't been back, because if I go there, I'll start drinking beer again. Yeah, it's crazy, you know, and you've got everything you've got back home, except better, you know. It really is a great place. I always tell people, I say, I haven't come to Cambodia for all the reasons that you're thinking, because so many people, they look at you when you live in Thailand and that, and they're like, you know, well, we know why you've gone over there. But for me, this place, it's everything that you can get everywhere else, but it's just better, because it's just more real. Most people that you interact with will speak, some English, at least. But you'll also come across the ones that speak good English, and then you'll come across the ones that speak no English. But in some respects, depending on who the person is, if they don't speak a lot of English, it's a benefit. You know, like if your partner has English as a second language, often that's a plus. And I'm not joking either. Like, like when you're out and about and you don't understand what these people are saying, all those little annoying things that you get back home listening into other people's conversations, you don't get them here. So for me, that's a big plus, because back in Australia, people are often just saying things that are just really obnoxious that you just don't want to be hearing. And if it's your missus and she's whinging, you don't know. If you know what I mean. Yeah, so yeah, in some respects, people not speaking English is a big positive. And these days with your smartphone, if you get yourself into a situation where nobody speaks English, you can always either mime your way out of it or just use your smartphone to translate in like 2 seconds, you know. But look at the videos that I've made, because I've made loads. I've made like in total about 600 and almost 700 videos now. Not just the live streams, but loads and loads on living here and all that sort of stuff. So go and check those out. I've also done interviews like with all the bars and lots of the girls that work here and stuff like that. No worries. It's always good to hear from someone from Florida. I've been to Miami once, had a crazy night there once. I can't really remember it though. But it was a really good night, I know. I can feel it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate it. You're a good man. Thanks, Troy. Yeah, so I'll stream now for probably another half an hour to an hour, and then I have a couple of things I've got to do tonight, but then I'll be back tonight, and I'm trying to stream most of the night tonight, because I've been slack lately. I just haven't had enough time. But I'll have another phone hopefully soon. I keep getting almost enough money to buy the phone, then something comes up. But as soon as I get it, I'll stream 24/7. The sky is so clear today though, apart from that little bit of a storm out off the coast there. Like you can see now that sort of golden hour is sort of like come in now. Secrets just turn their lights on. Ordered. Oh, did you? Awesome. Awesome. I'm just looking forward to getting a normal income again so I can do that sort of stuff. It's because I'm used to having like really expensive camera gear and that. I was really surprised when I came out, because I got this phone just before I left and I picked the exact right one for what I ended up doing. So it's perfect. No worries. Yeah, go right ahead. And if you've got any questions anytime, or if you want anything from Cambodia, or when we go and like look at an apartment or review anything, I do it for free. You know, like I've got a lot of time on my hands here, so I'm more than happy to help you. You know, you can never have enough friends. So let me know. Oh yeah, look, Troy, if you want to, right now, mate, I'm really struggling a bit at the moment. So if you want to send me $10 or something, unfortunately, the only way to do it is Western Union. But all my details are in the bio. Just don't forget my middle name, because the Western Union lady's a bit of a soup Nazi. I hope she's not listening. No, look, what goes around comes around. Look, if you come out here in 6 or 12 months and you buy me a beer and you be my mate, honestly, I'm a good friend to have, but I don't have a lot of friends, you know. So the more friends you can have, the better, you know. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube won't let me have super chats here in Cambodia at the moment. I'm going through the process of getting that approved. It's taking forever. It probably won't happen this year. And also Amazon as well. Like they won't let me have an account for my tip jar, you know, because I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm in Cambodia. And I said to them, is it because, you know, Amazon's racist or something, you know? And they wouldn't answer me. But it's a coincidence that a couple of the other companies have done the same thing. I don't know why. So anyway, but you look at the street now, like it's getting that Christmas tree look. You know, give it another half an hour to an hour, and it really does look like a Christmas tree. It really is, and like I'm from Australia, you know. It really upset me when I found out that Amazon wouldn't let me do it, and they wouldn't even tell me why, you know. Like they said, "Oh no, for security reasons, we don't tell you." But I've got mates here that have got YouTube channels and that, no problem, you know. Here now, no, it's at the moment it's 22 p.m. Right now. In about 2-3 weeks, the wet season will start, and at this time of the day we get lots of thunderstorms, but beautiful lightning. So check that out as well. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, I feel bad, Matto. Like, I'm so sick of asking people for money, and look, even if you send me $10, mate, I'd be grateful, you know. But don't feel that you have to. Like I said, the fact that you just watch. I mean, when I first started the channel, I didn't think anyone would watch. So it's nice, you know. Like it's just nice that people like Cambodia too, because it really is my happy place. Yeah, they do. But the big thing, when you come here, you'll fall in love with the people, and then you learn the history of what's happened here, and you just want to save everybody. But like I said before, after you've been here for a while, the Khmer are the ones saving you, you know, because they're just such adorable people. They really, really just breaks your heart, you know, what happened here. Sorry? But I just didn't get that last bit. Coffee, paid. No, yeah, buy me a coffee. You have to have an Amazon account. I think it's Amazon or one of those. If you don't have that, like buy me a coffee will let me do it, but you have to go through a payment platform, and I can't find a payment platform that they'll accept that will accept me. I can do things like Wing and all that sort of stuff, but I can't find platforms that are online that accept tips that I can pay through that. It's been driving me crazy, actually. I looked for about 4 months and I gave up. Do you have? Is it KOFI? I don't have that. Is that a thing that I should be using? I'm like you, like Matt, I'm from the 70s. Like, I'm really bad with this sort of stuff. Like, if I put a new app on my phone, it takes me 100 years to work out how to use it. I mean, the fact of editing this video footage that I've been doing, the only reason I'm any good at it is because I love photography. Look into. Okay, so KOFI. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Okay, so I've taken a screenshot. When I get offline, I'll go and have a look, and I'll see if I can. But it's probably like that, buy me a coffee. And also top tips, you've got to have a payment platform that they can send the money to. Like, look at that now. Like, see how the lights just changed? Fuck, you dropped out. Oh, yeah, I will check out that that coffee thing. But if it needs a payment platform, that's the part where I'm falling down. All of the tipping places will accept me. It's the payment platforms that won't. But see how that light's just changed there now? Like, people say to me, oh, you know, it's boring looking at this all day. I could look at that all day. It's just beautiful. If you don't know as well, you know Secrets is undergoing renovations at the moment. I was over there last night, and they've completely separated the hotel from the club, and the hotel's keeping the name and it's being renamed, but I don't know what the new name is, so I'm busting to find out. And they're also putting a new front on the whole establishment, which will be all like nice neon signs and that, so I'm really looking forward to that going through. That'll be awesome. I'm really enjoying the stuff I'm doing over there. I really hope it continues. They've got a Russian girl over there dancing now as well, and she's become my mate. And like, we talk all the time. And I was telling her the other night, I said, because she's gorgeous and that, and I said, she wants me to go out and take, like, you know, lingerie photos and that with her. And I said, my 16-year-old self is loving you right now, you know? Because if I had known that I was going to do that in my 50s, it would have given me something to live for, you know? Makes you laugh. Anyway, Matto, I hope you have a good day, mate. Look after yourself. Okay, oh, you're back. Very good. I don't know if you heard what I just said, but yeah, I can't even remember what I said. I love how sun and moon lights up like that, but they're cheapskates. They turn it off at 11. Maybe collab set up from here. What you mean, where you are? I reckon you could do it anywhere. Yeah, I would have liked to have done this. Yeah, I should have done it a long time ago. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I'd like to get a girl on board so she can talk to people. But you can do it from anywhere. I mean, so few people do it in Cambodia as well. Like even a lot of the other YouTubers, they don't live stream that much because it's probably pretty labor intensive. But this, I can just leave it and just let it run and go to bed and stuff, and it doesn't matter. People still come and watch it. It's just good to look at, you know, like it's nice to see what's going on. Like even if I was over the other block near the markets or something, you just want to, you know, see what's going on in the street. It's also a really good way of getting your hours up to become monetized. I think you need, I can't remember how many hours you need before you can live stream. I think it's like 2,500 or something. And then from there up to 4,000 goes pretty quickly because you can live stream. And I'm pretty sure that's why YouTube has that restriction. That's mobile. Yeah. Oh, okay. Awesome. When I do the live streams through the day here though, on a hot day, the phone can't handle it. And handle the Wi-Fi at the same time. So you either have to use your mobile data or put some ice on your phone or something. I think just like even just walking around live streaming is good too. As long as you can keep the camera steady. Yeah. No, well, I mean, you've got a better camera as well. It's a miracle that this one comes up looking as good as it does. Because I had a lone phone for a couple of days this week and it was just shocking. It was that bad I didn't live stream. But yeah, it's probably going to be a bit quieter on the street tonight, I reckon. I reckon a lot of the Khmer, they would have started to get away yesterday. A few of them anyway. Yeah, exactly. It's not. Yeah, like I'm used to having like the A series, like I had an A7, I had an A6400, and all that. I had to end up selling a lot, you know. Like after I got attacked by those blokes in Brisbane with the hammers, I was really in a bad situation. That's why I left Australia. Yeah, they're going to the provinces. They've got 455 buses leaving Phnom Penh for the provinces and coming back again. So a lot of them are getting away. I wish I was going to. I love like getting up to Battambang or Siem Reap for Khmer New Year's. Always good fun. But it amazes me as well because when I used to do all that sort of stuff, you know, like back in the old days, getting from Phnom Penh to up to Siem Reap and then on from there was a complete nightmare. Yeah, it is. It's noticeably, like through the day-to-day was quiet, but everyone was out last night until 6 a.m. Like the whole city was just buzzing. Even when the sun was coming up this morning, they were still throwing, you know, powder and throwing water on each other. Now 6:35 p.m. 6:35. Yeah, no, well it is, yeah. But it's so like little traffic in Cambodia compared to Thailand and Vietnam though too. I always say like the Khmer public holidays and stuff, if you're out in the provinces and you meet a nice girl up in the provinces, that's the time to meet one. Because they've all come back from, you know, working in the factories and stuff like that. It's so nice. Yeah, I know. But you actually drive here though, don't you? So I don't do that. I don't trust myself on these roads. And I just prefer to have someone drive for me. Ever since the attack, because the attack happened in the car, they stole my car as well. I have not driven a car since that day. So I haven't driven since the 3rd of August. And I left to come to Cambodia on, I think it was the 14th or something. So I didn't think about it long. I was like, I'm going to Cambodia. As soon as I found out that Uber was going to, you know, give me a bit of money, I'm like, I'm taking my opportunity. I'm going now. I'm not coming back. And I decided on the plane that I was going to set up the YouTube channel and the name and everything. I even changed the name of the YouTube channel when I was on the plane waiting for it to take off. And I said, I'm not coming back here. I'm going to make this work, you know. Yeah, it's overrated. And you get a sore ass, you know, driving long distances and stuff. You get a sore tailbone. I'm going to get a hammock for out here pretty soon. I might sleep out here in the hammock a bit. Save a bit of power on aircon. That's what most of the Khmer in these apartments do. They sleep on the veranda. Yeah, I've had a gutful. I really have. I'm sick and tired of trucks and cars, and like, I was a rep for Suncorp in Brisbane, the Commonwealth Bank. You know, like just constantly driving to go out and see people. It's a nightmare. Looking for street signs and all that sort of stuff. So what do I reckon about what? I just don't like driving. It's annoying. Do you? No, definitely not. I don't think you do. If you've had 45 years of driving, you're probably sick of it, like me. You are probably sick of it. I've had enough of it. It's time for me to have a chauffeur. As long as I've got a tuk-tuk, I'm happy. I'll be 52 in just under a month. So I'm not that far behind you. But that view that you got there, Matto, that's the direction that you walked from when you made that video. Yeah. Well, I consider my tuk-tuk driver to be my chauffeur. I've got two of them, so I cover the day and night, and they're both very good. Cheap as, exactly. Cheap as. And it's funny, like, but when we say that though, you know, I've come to the realization that our cheap as is not cheap as. It's a lot of money. You know, like, I am amazed often how far Bong can make money go. Like, he is so good at getting things cheap. I've almost got to the point now where, like, whenever I buy anything, I get him to go and do it, because he just always gets it, you know, heaps cheaper. Heaps cheaper. The hardest thing for me at the moment is skimping on mango smoothies. You know, like I'll go, you know, sometimes 2-3 days a week without having a mango smoothie, and that's my lifeblood. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you've got a Khmer or an Asian missus and you're in Asia and you do your own shopping, you're crazy, because there definitely is a Western tax everywhere in Southeast Asia. Even at the markets over here at the Kendall Market, it's always a little bit more expensive if you're from the West. But I reckon we owe it to them, so I don't mind paying it. It's funny actually, like, there's a sausage stand over there that I go to, and I get my sausages, and the little brother and the dad that I laugh with quite a bit, they sell them to me for 25 cents. And the missus, she sells them to me for 50 cents. And then she'll see them do it, and then I walk away and she rouses on them, you know. It's really funny. Yeah, I saw that video that you made. Nice. Very nice. Everywhere he's nice. I even like, yeah, I know where it is, yeah. And I even like, shit, what was I going to say? You know when you're crossing the border into Cambodia at Trat? Have you ever been to the Trat market at night where they have the kickboxing? That's a good night out. I had Awesome night there one night. Yeah, if you ever come across from Trat, spend a night in Trat and go to the night market there, and they have kickboxing. It goes all night. It goes through until dawn. That's beautiful. I'm just going to grab a drink. So dehydrated. Yeah, if you're ever coming across there, you don't feel like driving any further or whatever, spend a night there. Well, back in the day when I went there, it was pretty basic. It's probably improved a lot now, but it was a real eye opener. I felt like Indiana Jones. Yeah. Hot chocolate. Actually, that's another thing I need to get. Make my chocolate milks. It's just a cheaper way. Well, you must be getting to a point now where you'll be coming out permanently, surely. If you ever need a butler out here, I'm happy to help you. And I think Cambodia as well is a good place, for retirement, because it's flat, there's not a lot of hills here. What's going on? God, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. I still wake up in the morning just shocked that I'm still here, to be honest. I was thinking 4 months ago that I was toast, Yeah, look, I know. Look, I've been through exactly, I've had the same thing with my mum and dad, one after the other. It's nothing worse. But do you still have anything tying you there now, or? Of course, you haven't got any commitments or anything, or? You've got plenty of mates out here, Matto. We'll look after you. It is bullshit, exactly. It's the same in Australia. It's shocking, and people put up with it because it's all they've ever had. If you feed people horse shit their whole life, they start wrapping it in filet pastry and put it in the oven. They say how beautiful it is. It's only when you're had different, You don't get any of the attitude here from people. People you're friendly. Back in Australia, half the time you got to watch your back because half the time they're trying to kill you, The other thing out here, Matto, as well, is I don't watch TV out here, and I swear back in Oz, they're putting something in the television network that made people stupid. Either that or something in the water. Have you been to Australia? Because you're from the UK, aren't you? No, neither do I. I swear that they put something in the television signal. But when I don't watch television, I feel better. And my apartment hasn't even got a television, so no TV. I reckon it is as well. You know, like I could watch it all day. That's why I'm glad that they're all recorded as well. Like, I'll do this for years. You know, I'll have a real time capsule of what's been going on. And I can download these too, so I can turn them into time lapses. So, that'll be alright. I like sort of like this period on. And then sort of after midnight I love as well. It's amazing how many people out there that are actually regular watchers, you know, like that watch every single one. Last night was funny though, like that. It was really funny. I love how here, like living here, I can just go downstairs for 5 minutes and come back 5 hours later and, you know, not even expect to have gone for 5 hours. Not that I did for last night, but you know, I think I went out for like 2 minutes, so I came back like an hour and a half later. Nah. Look at this. What time is it now? It's 6:49. So I'm going to start tracking when the garbage truck arrives in the evenings. It's usually around this time. Should be doing it like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. What time is it there, Matto? $9.50. Yeah. Which part are you in? Whereabouts are you? Oh, you're in Australia. I thought for some reason that you were in the UK. Must be another one that I was thinking of. I lived in Melbourne for a while. I've lived in Melbourne and Brisbane mainly. I lived in the UK as well. But if you're going to live in Australia, I live in Melbourne. I love Melbourne. But no, I'm an Australian Greek, so that's why. I'm related to half of the bloody city. I don't even know the people. I love the nightlife in Melbourne. Lygon Street, yeah, exactly. I used to go to Chapelino's. Used to have their linguine with Moreton Bay bugs. Beautiful. Some of the only things I really miss about Australia is the seafood and the night sky. I miss a lot. Night sky especially. Miss the stars. That's all. Everything else is here. Oh, you'll be out here soon, Matto. You'll be here. I don't know what they're doing in Secret Slave, but there's been some really loud noises out of there, so Willy Wonka's factory's going off. Oh, it's not that long. So middle of May, yeah? That'll be good. It'll go fast anyway. And how long will you be here for? I think you've told me this, but I can't remember. Two weeks. Oh, we'll have to have a couple of big ones, Matto. I got a guy over actually in the States, a subscriber. I've been looking at a bar for him here, Cowgirl, and I was really impressed with that bar. It's like Ponytail, except without the dancing. Oh yeah, this time of night looks great. But I reckon they should run it like into the wee hours, but they turn it off at sometimes even as early as 10. Those LEDs can't be that expensive to run. Yeah, this time of the night's looking real nice. And once Secrets puts in the new sign, it's going to be really good. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's probably it. Anyway, I've got to jump offline pretty soon. I've got to do a few things for work, so I'll do that. I'll be back online though later on. Yeah. It's so hard not to. So hard. No worries, brother. All right, well, have a good sleep and that, and thanks again. It's good, always good talking to you, Matto. You know, like sometimes I'm here and I don't really talk that much, so I just don't want to, you know, bother people. But it's always good to have a chat, you know. So feel free anytime. I'm always here for you. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll jump off that line now. Thanks, Matto. Take care, mate.